All right, you guys, welcome to Get Real with Rick Dancer. This is Patrick Olson with Patrick Olson Auto Repair. And tell them where we are.
We are out at St Vincent dePaul Youth Services House for youth.
So this is a church. It used to be a church, and it's going to be transformed into a place for 13 young women to come and live and get services so that they don't have to live on the streets. And so they will actually have a house, they'll have services provided, all kinds of stuff like that.
Yeah, nice kitchen, bathrooms, everything you basically need to live in a clean, safe environment opposed to out on the street.
So let's kind of go in there. We'll go talk to. We got some people here to explain. Somebody from St Vincent dePaul Direction Service is also going to be involved with this project, as is Hosea Youth Services. So we're going to find out a little bit from all of them on what it is. But let me first show you what this looks like. Okay, you guys. So this is the place. Check this out. So it used to be a church, a congregation, and the congregation sold this to St Vincent dePaul, and St Vincent dePaul is going to make this. Soon, at the end of the month, we think that 13 young women will be living in here. A ton of work's been done to this, because when we came out last time, it didn't look like this.
Oh, it was terrible. Absolutely terrible. The walls were disgusting. The flooring, some of the electrical, a lot of the electrical was all torn apart. It needed a total remodel, so the windows needed to be gone through, the doors. So what they've done over the past several months is incredible. All the paint, all the hard work, all the volunteers that are out here, it's amazing.
Yes. All right, so this is Paul Neville, and he's with St. Vincent dePaul. So tell people how this kind of all came together.
4 years ago, we started a program, we were providing work to homeless teens and unaccompanied teens that were not with their families. And we gave them 20 hours of work during the school year with the aim of trying to induce them to stay in school and equip them to stay in school. About a year and a half ago, we found out that this church was available. It was a rundown 60-year-old church. And the congregation, ironically, was moving downtown to work with the homeless in downtown Eugene. So we came in, they gave us an option to buy this, and we went to work creating a program that would take that work program that we started 4 years ago to the next level by providing these kids with secure housing, which in the case of homeless teenage girls is extremely important, emphasis on security and safety, and providing them with food, education, opportunities to get their education, a lot of help along the way, community support, health services, and whatever they need over the course of 2 years. They get to stay here rent-free for 2 years, whatever they need to prepare for the next stages of adult life. And our primary focus is on education, because we believe that's transformative for kids.
So are you guys going to have like teachers and staff here that are going to help with that, or are they going to still continue to go to regular school?
They will get advice, counseling here, but our aim is to get them back in the classroom. Yeah. Some kids will be doing a high school equivalent, GED or an equivalent, but our aim, our hope is to get every kid here back into the classroom, or stay in the classroom, depending if they're there already.
So let's talk to Hosea Youth Services here. Come back. We're going to go back this direction. So Patrick, get in the same position that you were.
Back in the middle.
Do you need me?
No.
Okay, I'm off the Serbu.
Okay.
Goodbye.
So go ahead and introduce yourself.
Hi, my name is Joshua Frank, and I work with Hosea Youth Services.
So what are you guys going to be doing in here?
Yeah, so we'll be managing the day-to-day operations, coordinating with volunteers and mentors and different tutors who might want to come in and help work with the youth, help get them back into school, help teach them different skills, and be in their lives.
Okay. So you guys are going to be here 24/7 then? Somebody's always going to be here with the kids?
Yeah, so we have a day manager who will oversee the entirety of our program, and then we have a live-in staff member.
Okay.
How many kids? How many girls?
We'll have 13 youth who can live in the home. We're super excited for that.
How do you select them? I mean, what's that process look like?
Yeah, so youth will fill out an application, and then we'll screen it. They have to meet some pretty basic criteria. After that, they enter it's like a wait list, but it's not necessarily a wait list. It's more of an application pool. And once they get to the top of the list, we'll contact them and conduct an initial house interview, and they get to move in.
And who are you guys going to be outsourcing to look for some of these teens? Mm-hmm. What companies?
So the big one will be the 15th Night Initiative through their RAN network. So we're going to put out our application, and they're going to help us contact different service providers in the area. So Looking Glass, Direction Service, different schools, and McKinney Vento liaisons.
So for you guys as Hosea Youth Services, why is this so perfect?
Oh man, it's a match made in heaven. So our mission as an organization is to help youth create and sustain healthy lives away from the streets. So this house is perfect for that mission because it allows us to do all of that, and then also offer housing for an extended period of time.
All right, and you two are with Direction Service, and so go ahead and introduce yourself and talk about your hair color. No, I'm kidding.
Matching.
No. So introduce yourself and kind of what you guys, how you're going to be involved in this program.
I'm Amy Walsh. I'm the CEO of Direction Service.
And I'm Jennifer Vollum. I'm the program director of our Youth and Family Services program. And Direction Service will be providing case management to the residents here in the youth house in the form of high fidelity wraparound. So it's a really intensive team-based process to help youth identify their needs and their strengths and what kinds of outcomes they need, and do team-based planning around those needs and creating action steps to make that happen.
In addition to having a house, a place to live, which is St. Vincent, then Hosea is going to run the program to keep them safe and do the things that they need to do, and then you guys are providing that other link to it.
Right. A lot of these youth don't have adults in their lives who are helping them prepare for adulthood. So having a team of adults around them who are helping them think about those steps and think about what they need to be independent, helping those youth gather teams of adults, mentors, friends, family members, teachers, whoever can be a positive influence in their life and can get on their team to help them come up with some ideas around how to implement their plan and how to address their needs and plan for adulthood. That's what we'll be in the center coordinating and facilitating for them.
Is the fun thing for you guys too that all these agencies are coming together to do this?
Absolutely. The partnerships are amazing. I think that the work between three organizations to come together to provide supports for youth is critical to their success. It covers all their basic needs and then beyond. And we've had doors open for us beyond the house for other relationships. This collaboration with the 15th Night has resulted in other funding for mentor programs, host home programs. We just got a state grant to do some work with youth also. So it's just been amazing for us to have these partnerships.
Big deal.
If I'm not mistaken, is there any other place in Lane County that's like this that will house these youth?
I think there are some shelter options, but they're fairly limited, and I don't
Sure.
think there's anything quite like this. And I know there isn't anything that's providing the intensive wraparound-based support in the way that we are.
Yeah, I was going to say there's a lot of organizations that are getting together to help out these kids, and all with the same common goal. So I think that's awesome.
Yeah, and I appreciate that all of us are talking to each other and making sure that we aren't duplicating services. There's precious few resources.
Continue where you
I think that, I was just saying that resources are precious, and so making sure that we're not duplicating services is one of the intentions of all the service providers in the community, and we spend a lot of time coming together and thinking about how we're doing things. So there isn't a lot of housing options that are long-term. There is nothing that I've seen that meets kids where they are for 2 years and helps them move into transitional housing afterwards. So I think this is pretty unique, and this space is amazing. I haven't seen anything like that.
Oh, it's beautiful in here. If you guys would have seen what it looked like before compared to the transition where it's at today, and hopefully by the end of the month we can get some kids in here. I think that's great because they're going to be in a safer place, and then with all your guys' support, it's going to really push them in the right direction to become active adults.
Yeah, I think a lot of these youth have been through some of the worst, and it's nice to give them something that looks
Give them a
like our
break.
best. Yeah.
The other thing about the collaboration that I think is really exciting is that this is a community problem and this represents a community solution.
Okay, you guys, so this is the kitchen, and we'll introduce you to the painters in a minute, but this is the kitchen and what it looks like. And I also want to show you really quickly, again, the sanctuary. So this is, what was the sanctuary? It's now a sanctuary for young women to find a better life. And they've done a super great job of this. And let's go on a tour.
A tour?
Yeah,
How
Stephanie,
fun.
so these two are volunteers, and you're just, out of the goodness of your heart, you do this?
Yeah,
Yes.
I'm an interior designer, and I've done a lot of large-scale commercial projects, and to make them feel intimate and more residential-like and cozy and home-like is kind of what I love to do.
So your names,
So-
give people your names.
Susan Moore.
And Stephanie Herndon, Creating Joy Interiors.
Okay, so we're gonna go take a little tour here.
So this is a local artist who brought in some of her original works.
Look at
She's
that.
Wonderful.
So you walk in the door and look how beautiful this is. It's all ready for the girls to come in. They put in access for people with disabilities in case they need to have that. Ignore those cardboard boxes because that's just moving in stuff.
Right.
And then we go upstairs. So come here, you guys. We're gonna go look at a room.
We have a welcome home banner.
So this is the house. Which room do you want to go in, Steph?
Well, let's start in the purple room.
Okay, so here we go.
Different color rooms.
Check this out. So you guys, there's another client of ours, Girls Rock. Ignore the boxes, those are sheets. We got things going on, but look at this. We got a room. A young lady who has nowhere to live is going to get to come in here. She has her own little mini kitchenette with a little microwave,
And they-
sink, a fridge.
They have their own bathroom.
And check out that little cubby
Does
space.
every room have their own bathroom?
Every room has their own
Every
bathroom.
room has a
They're just
bathroom?
Wonderful, yes.
Oh, wow. How nice is that?
Yeah, that wasn't here before.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
we did not see bathrooms when we came in here the last time.
Well, in the bathroom we did see didn't look too good.
No, that's crazy.
So what we've tried to do, we've had amazing volunteer support. One church made quilts for every room. Actually, we have 3 different organizations that have made quilts for every room. So I just took those quilts and personalized each room around those colors used in the quilt. And so I'm hoping that the girls can just walk through, find a room that really speaks to them. And my whole goal was just to have it feel like a safe, warm cocoon and feel beautiful, you know, make them feel really special and individual.
Because it's their home.
It's their home, yeah. Help
And
them
where,
with
and where did you
homemaking
guys
skills.
get some of the other stuff like the couches and the tables?
Well, that's
Uh,
exciting.
Yeah.
Every bit of it came from St. Vinny's.
So,
it's
all the
it was
furniture
all-
and stuff was donated by St. Vinny's. Oh,
Like-
look at that.
My husband put this bed together. You know, some
That
of it
is
needed
so
some work.
great.
But it's a lot better than what the kids don't have.
Oh, it's
already.
wonderful. Yeah, it's
100%
really
better.
wonderful stuff. And all of these things that you see that aren't put away were also donated. 2 sets of sheets for
So you guys
every
have
girl.
sheets that have been donated.
Yeah,
and
2 pillows for every bed. And there are blankets somewhere else. This is
Blankets
a really...
everywhere.
This
So
is
here's
a
another
fun
room, guys.
This
Look at
is
that.
the
Isn't that
lovely
cool?
room.
So imagine you don't have any place to live and very little in your life. And you get to come here and have people who are going to support you and help you and do all this for you.
And it's long term, it's not like a short term shelter.
Yeah.
I just love the feel of that. You know, how
Like 2
different that
weeks
would
in and
feel.
out. No.
Yeah.
So they're going to be
Exactly.
here for
What,
Up to 2 years.
up to 2 years. You guys, again, here's the lobby. As the girls come in, can you imagine being welcome to this, your new home, where you can come and actually have a roof over your head and services provided for you. So again, you guys, our sponsor is Patrick Olson Auto Repair on 7th Avenue. Takes care of everything from oil changes, which that's me, to anything else. You do lawnmowers.
Yeah, I can fix
Oh my
lawnmowers.
gosh, I didn't know that. I mean, you were going to be my new lawnmower fixer because I'm really hard on lawnmowers.
Uh-oh.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, basically anything that's got a gas engine, a 4-stroke engine, we could probably fix.
So your business and what you're doing, what do you have going on right now that you're talking to people and getting them in there for?
Right now we're still promoting the free check engine light diagnostic. A lot of people are thinking, oh, my check engine light's on, my code is going to fix my problem. No, not necessarily. There's prime example, 2 weeks ago we had a customer come in and they had their code scanned and it was a misfire on cylinder number 4. And they bought spark plugs, they bought wires, they bought a new ignition coil. None of that fixed the problem. So just because it's got a misfire doesn't mean you need a tune-up. It turned out that the valves were burnt in the engine, so we have to pull the cylinder head off the vehicle, send it to a machine shop to get it fixed.
Well, and I use your service because I went in and I was having problems with, what was it?
You had an ignition coil that was failing, yeah.
And it was failing, and then somebody
Oh,
else
you were freaking out.
I'm freaking out, and I'm going, this thing's failing. But I take it in there, and I had it replaced at another dealer place. a while back, and it was still under warranty. So I took it to Patrick, and he says, no, Rick, that's still under warranty. Call them.
Yeah.
So he did that for free, and then I took it back to the other place, and they put it in for free, so it didn't cost me anything. And I so appreciate that, because a lot of places would charge me for that.
Oh, yeah.
You know, because you did, I mean, it took an hour.
On average, most people, you know, with their check engine light, charge on average about $100 to diagnose what's going on.
And so I didn't have to pay that, and then I took it over, and they had to replace it at the other place. And they could tell me, Rick, that really is the new one, because we know we can look at them all and tell you. So, plus you saved me because he found my code inside the inside my little cylinder, the code to turn my radio back on. I would have had to go to my car dealer, pay them to go in and turn it on when the number's right there. And Patrick goes, let me show you where that is. They hide these. So it pays to have people that know what they're talking about. And if anything else, it's just because you are sponsoring stuff like this.
Yeah.
And you care about the community. And I think people care, I mean, they want good people to do their work and mechanics that know what they're doing. But I think in addition to that, people want to know where your heart is, and we know where your heart is.
I love coming out sponsoring stuff like this. I've seen where it started and where it's at this point, and it's amazing. The fact that there's so many people, so many different volunteers that are volunteering their time, that care just as much as I do or you do, to help somebody out that they don't even know yet.
I can't wait till we come back. I bet we can get them to, once some of the girls get through the program, maybe we can come out and talk to them. It'd be really fun to interview them and stuff. So you guys, thank you for being with us. If you would take this and share it on your page, we'd really appreciate it. And remember, if you have any kind of needs, just even to have your car looked at or you're not sure what's going on, just take it into Patrick Olson Auto Repair on 7th Avenue. And they'll look at it and tell you whether it's going to be expensive, whether it's not going to be expensive, or whether you just need to take it back to this or that. I mean, he'll help you out.
I'll do my best to help anybody.
All right. Thanks, Patrick, again. All right, you guys. We'll see you next time. All right.
All right, guys.
Bye-bye.